Hello adventurers, and welcome to today's Expedition Erudite, Wild Wednesday. When thinking of large, land-based mammals, people tend to think of the animals of the plains of Africa. Elephants, lions, giraffes, hippos, rhinos, the list goes on and on. On the opposite side of the Atlantic, the lands of North and South America are not typically top of mind when thinking of large mammals. However, long ago the Americas were filled with as many, if not more, large mammalian species roaming the lands than Africa has. Today, the number of large mammal species in the Americas is small, but of these, few command the level of reverence and awe as the American bison. So, strap on your knowledge knapsack, adventurers, and join me as we launch Expedition Erudite's Wild Wednesday, the American bison. Before we really begin, we must first clarify. The bison is not a buffalo. Though often confused, they are distinct animals with notable differences. Bison are native to North America and Europe with two main species, the American bison and the European bison. On the other hand, buffalo refer primarily to two species found in Africa and Asia, the African Cape buffalo and the Asian water buffalo. These buffalo have larger horns, which can span over a meter in African species, and they lack the prominent hump and thick fur of bison. Additionally, buffalo are typically found in different habitats, with African buffalo living in savannas and floodplains, while Asian water buffalo are often found near rivers and wetlands. Despite their physical differences and separate geographical locations, both bison and buffalo are part of the Bovidae family, sharing some similarities in their general size and herbivore diet. But they are most certainly different animals. The American bison is a species with deep historical roots in North America. Its origin dates back to the Pleistocene epoch over 10,000 years ago, a time when they roamed alongside mammoths and saber-toothed tigers. Bison are believed to have crossed the Bering Land Bridge during this period, migrating from Asia to North America. As a keystone species, they played a vital role in shaping the ecology of the Great Plains, influencing the growth of grasslands and serving as a crucial resource for Native American tribes. These tribes revered the bison, relying on them for food, clothing, and materials for their shelters and tools. However, the expansion of settlers across the continent in the 19th century led to the near extinction of the species due to overhunting and habitat destruction. Conservation efforts in the 20th century have helped to gradually restore their population, and today the American bison stands as not only a symbol of the United States' natural heritage, but also as a testament to successful conservation efforts. More on the bison's resurgence later. The American bison is not only distinguished by its important history on the continent, but also by its robust biology and adaptability. As the largest land mammal in North America, mature cows, or female bison, average around 1,000 pounds. And a mature bull, or male bison, can weigh up to 2,000 pounds. They are characterized by their massive head, shaggy brown fur, and distinctive hump. That hump is a mass of muscle supporting their heavy head and allows them to plow through snow in search of food. When I say heavy head, I do mean heavy. In fact, the bison head alone can weigh upwards of 300 pounds. They are herbivores, primarily grazing on grasses and sedges, and they have a ruminant digestive system with 4 stomach chambers. This biological setup aids in breaking down tough plant material. Their thick fur provides insulation against harsh winter conditions, and they shed this dense coat in the warmer months. Their keen sense of smell compensates for relatively poor eyesight, and they are surprisingly agile, being able to reach speeds of 35 miles per hour. They're also extremely adept at swimming, and they can live upwards of 25 years in the wild. Their biology not only reflects adaptations to the diverse and often harsh environments of the Great Plains, but also their role as a keystone species in these ecosystems. Once a defining feature of the North American Great Plains, the migratory habits of the American bison have been deeply affected and changed over time. Historically, these majestic creatures undertook extensive migrations of hundreds of miles across vast landscapes, driven by the changing seasons and the search for fresh grazing lands. Their movements were influenced by weather patterns, grass growth, and the availability of water sources. These migrations played a critical role in shaping the ecology of the prairies, aiding in seed dispersal and maintaining the health of grasslands. However, with the westward expansion of European settlers in the 19th century, bison populations were dramatically reduced and their natural migratory patterns were disrupted. Today, most bison herds are found in protected areas and reserves where their movements are more often confined compared to their historic ranges. Despite this, some conservation efforts are focused on restoring bison to larger landscapes, aiming to reestablish their natural migratory behaviors and the ecological benefits they provide. Characterized by their herd dynamics and interactions, the American bison exhibits fascinating social behaviors. Bison herds are typically matriarchal, led by older, experienced females. These herds are generally comprised of females and their offspring, while adult males either live solitarily or in smaller bachelor groups. During the mating season, known as the rut, the dynamics change significantly as males join the female herds to compete for mates. This period is marked by notable displays of strength and dominance, where males engage in fierce battles, showcasing their physical prowess. Communication within the herd is primarily nonverbal, involving visual cues and body language, although vocalizations such as grunts and snorts are also used, especially between mothers and calves. The social structure of bison herds plays a vital role in their survival, providing safety in numbers from predators and helping younger members learn essential survival skills. Bison also demonstrate communal behaviors like wallowing and grazing, which are crucial for their well-being and the maintenance of their habitat. Overall, the social behaviors of the American bison are another key aspect of their identity and survival in the wild. As mentioned earlier, the American bison has had some tough years, but their resurgence from the brink of extinction is one of the most remarkable conservation success stories ever. In the late 1800s, unregulated hunting and habitat loss had devastatingly reduced their numbers from tens of millions to less than 1,000. This dire situation sparked one of the earliest conservation movements in the United States. Key efforts included legislative protection, such as the enactment of laws against poaching, and the establishment of preserves and national parks, most notably Yellowstone National Park. These sanctuaries provided a safe haven for bison, allowing their numbers to slowly recover. Additionally, private ranchers and Native American tribes played a crucial role in bison conservation by establishing their own herds and advocating for their protection. Through these combined efforts, the bison population has gradually increased, with estimates now numbering over 500,000. This remarkable comeback from less than 1,000 to more than 500,000 not only highlights the resilience of the species, but also underscores the importance and success of concerted conservation efforts in reversing the fortunes of endangered species. Thanks, adventurers, for joining me on today's Expedition Erudite, Wild Wednesday, the American Bison. And until next time, keep exploring, keep discovering, and keep learning.